I've talked about attention before, but there are different kinds of attention, and that's what I'm gonna explore in my coming videos in this series. The first one I want to talk about is divided attention. I'm gonna talk about this by asking 5 questions. What is divided attention? What can limit your divided attention? What are examples of divided attention? Are there disorders which negatively influence your divided attention, and how can you measure divided attention? Let's get to it. 1. What is divided attention? Divided attention can be defined as our brain's ability to attend to 2 different stimuli at the same time and respond to the multiple demands of our surroundings. Divided attention is a type of simultaneous attention which allows us to process different information sources and carry out multiple tasks at a time. This cognitive skill is imperative as it allows us to be more efficient in our day-to-day lives. Our ability to attend to multiple stimuli and do various tasks at a time does have its limits, because when we divide our attention, the efficiency with which we do these actions is decreased, and we will almost certainly perform poorly. An interesting thing to know is this. Resource theory has been proposed as a quite accurate way of explaining divided attention on complex tasks. Resource theory states that as each complex task is automatized, performing that task requires less of the individual's limited capacity attentional resources. This helps us do more than one task at a time. Finally, other variables such as anxiety, arousal, task difficulty, and skills play a part in our ability to pay attention to and concentrate on many tasks at once. 2. What can limit our divided attention? We use the term interference to describe when a person has a hard time attending to 2 stimuli at a time. We see interference when the brain is only able to process a certain amount of information. However, by training it, we can improve our cognitive attention, and as a consequence, we can teach ourselves to do more than one activity at a time. 3. What are 2 examples of divided attention? Firstly, understanding what the teacher is saying while reading the board and taking notes is one example of dividing your attention. Having this ability is essential to successful learning. Secondly, imagine a truck driver driving on the freeway and starts passing someone. As the driver is passing, he sees a sign for his exit. If the driver isn't able to safely pass the other car and pay attention to traffic signs, he may lose important information or even cause danger to himself and others. So divided attention is imperative to driving safely and successfully. 4. Are there disorders which negatively influence your divided attention? Yes, unfortunately, there are. Divided attention may be affected by psychiatric conditions like schizophrenia or various disorders like ADHD, which mostly affect general attention. It's also quite common to have attentional problems after suffering from a traumatic brain injury or stroke. In these cases, the attentional alteration and its subcomponents may vary depending on the affected brain areas. Finally, if you suffer from a disorder which alters your attention processes, such as contralateral heminegligence, which is a deficit in attention to and lacking awareness of one side of the field of vision, it will be difficult or nearly impossible for the patient to do tasks which require divided attention. 5. How can we measure divided attention? We can measure someone's divided attention by letting her or him take the simultaneity test, Diet Chef. In this test, the user has to follow a ball with her or his pointer and be aware of the words which appear in the middle of the screen. When the word in the middle of the screen corresponds with the color in which it's written, the user must give the appropriate response while attending to both stimuli at the same time. So the user has to follow the ball with a pointer and give the appropriate response at the same time. In this activity, the user must change strategies, create new responses, and manage the ability to carry out different tasks at the same time. This information came from these websites. You'll find these links below this video. In my next video in this series, I'll give you ways to improve your divided attention. Be sure to watch that video. It comes in 5 weeks. Subscribe to my channel and watch this series from the start. Next Friday in my new series, Share Your Story, I'll be interviewing Rob on the importance of being creative. Be sure to watch that video. Till then, I only want to say 3 things. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and bye for now.